my name is Matt, and welcome to Brain Food. Today I have one of my best friends on with me. Her name is Frederick.
Hello!
And she's actually wearing an apron that I gave to her for Christmas. It says, "Look, I'm cooking!" And then in parentheses it says, "I'm an actress."
I'm an actress!
So today we're gonna make healthy nachos because Claire's favorite thing in the entire world is
nachos.
Yes. So the first thing you need to do is gather all of your ingredients. 2 cups of fat-free cheddar cheese, 3 jalapenos sliced, and you're gonna need 2 bell peppers chopped. You'll need 2 stalks of celery chopped, 5 cloves of garlic, 1 large carrot chopped, 1 head of cauliflower roughly chopped, 2 onions chopped, 1 pound of red kidney beans, and 1 pound of white cannellini beans. 1.5 cups of salsa. Here I have our homemade salsa, which I'll show you how to make in a new video.
You can show them.
There we go. 1 pound of cooked ground turkey, and then whole wheat tortillas to make the tortilla chips for the nachos, and do about 2 tortillas per person. Lemon juice, you need that to taste, to season. Hot sauce to season, as much as you like. And then the spices you're going to need are about a tablespoon of ground cayenne pepper,
About a tablespoon of ground cumin.
1 tablespoon of smoked paprika.
1 tablespoon of chili powder.
So, first thing you can go for is we're going to cut these into, let's do 8. And set your oven to 425 degrees.
Pressure's on.
Pressure's on. You got it.
Raw.
Great job. So now they look like this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put them on this baking sheet. And while Claire finishes laying out the tortilla chips, I'm going to put olive oil, salt, pepper, and smoked paprika on each of these chips. Keep them from curdling up. You take another sheet pan and put it on top. Into the oven they go. The chips are done.
Yay.
Next we're going to start making the cheese sauce, the healthy cheese sauce, which is based with cauliflower. So we're going to see how this turns out. So turn on a pot to medium-high heat. Okay, so now that our pan is heated up, we can add in about a tablespoon of olive oil. So make sure whenever you add something to a pan that there's civil. We're good. Now that we're moving to the stove, I think I'm going to actually move the camera over here. Okay, now that the carrots are softened up a little bit, we're going to add in the onion. Woo! Now we're going to do the cauliflower. Oh, you're good. What the cauliflower does, it's going to add a lot of starch to your sauce that you're making without having to add like white flour or potatoes. And then when you puree it, it'll help give you that thickness that you want without having to thicken it with cream or flour or roux or butter. Now we're gonna add the peppers and the celery and the jalapenos and the garlic. In they go. More salt and pepper. And then now we're gonna add the white cannellini beans. The beans are also gonna help you have a really great texture to your sauce without having to add the extra calorie filled butter and cream. So now just let these cook for about 5 to 10 minutes until everything is soft, and then we'll move on to the next step. That's gonna be cheese sauce. Can you believe it? That's gonna be a cheese sauce.
I cannot, but I trust you.
Okay, so now that it's softened up, we have moved it to a smaller pot, and what we're going to do now is add some milk, which I forgot to mention we needed to have as an ingredient. And what we're going to do is bring that milk up to a simmer, and then we're going to puree it into a thick, creamy sauce. And add in your milk. Just enough to make it moist. You don't want it too thin. So now our milk has come up to a simmer, and we're going to puree the whole mixture. And either you can use an awesome immersion blender like this, or you can put it all into an actual blender and blend it up. Now that we have our cheese sauce slash vegetable soup puree, we're going to add in some salsa, and we're going to save some for the meat later. And then we're going to add in our cheese. Check the chips in the oven. Okay, so now that we have the cheese in here, mix it all up and make sure it's all the same consistency. Now what we're gonna do is cook the meat and the beans and the toppings for the nachos. And so get a skillet and turn it on to medium-high. Okay, so add in your meat and the beans and your peppers and your jalapenos.
I'm pretty sure you can also just stir it.
Put in the rest of your salsa, and I'm going to sprinkle in some spices and seasonings, so some salt, black pepper, ground cumin, paprika, some hot sauce. Okay, so now all of our ingredients are ready to be finished. So I'm going to take this little container here and put in our chips, and then we're going to top it with the sauce and the meat and sprinkle on some tortilla cheese, and then we're going to put it in the oven to get all brown and bubbly. Here are your chips.
See? Fancy. That was my attempt. Did you see it? It was beautiful.
Try it again, try it again. Kind of.
Kind of. I call it great.
Put on your cheese sauce layer. So here's the meat.
That
Ooh.
looks really, really good.
Smells good.
It smells so yummy.
And then I have some tortilla cheese. This probably isn't part of healthy stuff, but I wanted to have some on top, and I think it'd be really good. So if you want to go buy tortilla cheese, go do that. Tortilla cheese. Okay, now it's going in the oven. On a top rack and broil the cheese, you get it brown, melted, and bubbly. Oh, it's done. Look at it. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
That's really good.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's really good.
Got some meat too. We have a ton of vegetables in here. The problem is though, like we're not gonna get a fork because all the chips are underneath everything. So, in the comments, tell us what has been the best nachos you've ever had. Whether it be you made it yourself, or someone made for you, or you at a restaurant, and tell us what was in it. Because I really want to know, because there's so many different versions of nachos.
I made Greek nachos last winter. With like...
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to eat your brain food. And we're done.
Because obviously what you want is funny.
Funny. That's what we're going for. Nachos. Hello, and welcome to Brain Food. My name is Matt.
And
I always do it wrong. I always have to.
yeah. That was nice. I like that.